something we recently started to provide for individuals, maybe about a year now. So it's pretty new as compared to a lot of things like the Alkaline water, the Santulan. Those products have been around for years. And we actually have some new products coming. Santulan Slim is one. That is a product that has the benefits of Santulan, but has more slimming power. So it's basically designed for those of you who have the little belly and the visceral fat that you don't like and you want to get rid of, bringing down the waistline. Then we also have Nerve Restore. And that's the product that actually helps with sleep. So if it is you're listening to this program and you do enjoy a good night's rest, you're under a lot of stress, especially work-wise, family-wise, believe me, that's a product that you should invest in, simply because it actually works. And the good thing about it, we actually have it on special for the month of April coming. So it's going to be lower price than it's accustomed being. And that is, of course, to introduce a lot of persons to it. But everyone who has used that product, they always come back and request it because of the results that they would have gotten. All right, so that's something to investigate, something to look forward to. We're going to have some information on our social media pages where those are concerned. Keep in mind, on Facebook, we are Batson and Associates Limited. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on the YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. Okay, so you listen to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, your integrated healthcare provider. Right, so when we're talking about insomnia, so there are some persons who have serious problems sleeping. You have problems falling asleep, you have problems remaining asleep, and then if you may not have issues falling asleep or remaining asleep, but the thing is, when you get up, you felt as if you didn't sleep, and you need a little 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. There are those people who, when you set the alarm, there is what's that on the alarm again, boy? Where you have the yes, the snooze. Oh yeah. There are those people who, I am one of those. Well, I used to be one of those, I should say, sometime, depending, especially if you have to get up to go to the gym and be like, God, it's morning already. And you hit the snooze, and the snooze ridiculous is every 5 minutes. So sometimes my snooze is going to go off for like 6 times. So that's like an extra 30 minutes in the bed. So you know yourself. And I think that it happens to a lot of us. So that's one of the things that the Nerve Restore actually helps to do. So what does Nerve Restore do? Nerve Restore is primarily an adaptogen. What does that mean? So, well, adaptogen comes from the word adapt. And if you are able to adapt, you're able to do what? You're able to adjust yourself to fit different situations, different circumstances. And what the Nerve Restore is actually able to do is actually help your nerves adapt and become stronger. So as a result of that, you find persons who may have issues with sleep actually achieve maximum results. And the reason for that is because that product is designed to do just that, as I said, to restore the nerves or the central nervous system so that you're actually able to, one, sleep better. So you have no issue falling asleep, you have no issue remaining asleep, and your sleep is a restful sleep. You literally feel rejuvenated when you get up. In addition to that, it would help for persons who have problems with hormonal imbalance, so those women who may have PMS issue, postmenopausal syndrome, where you have, problems with anxiety, depression, those kind of things. You're going to get some results from that as well. Those of you who may have problems where, there are some people, they're always on the edge, you're always panicking, you're always, according to your people, you're jittery. You have a little kind of something always, and you're easily bothered, you're easily frustrated. That's something that you should look at. So keeping that in mind, you could always get the information. Do keep in mind as well, if you have never used anything from Batson and Associates, and you are one of those culprits who do not drink enough water, so you're not drinking your body weight divided by 2 in ounces, and you haven't taken a cleanse or a detox since the founding of the world, then I suggest that you try and get the Alkaline water. And if you're not accustomed to drinking water, drink that for at least 2 weeks to a month, and then use your Santulan. If you're accustomed drinking water and you're a person who accustomed drinking your body weight divided by 2 in ounces and more, well, then we have no problem with you. But if you know, and you all know yourselves, don't lie, you know yourself, do not do it, because you could end up in a situation where you end up with healing crisis. So you feel sick, you feel nauseous, you get more pain, and then you're going to be blaming the product. It's not the product. It is because you did not have proper hydration in the body, and as a result of that, you ended up in serious situations. So keep that in mind. Okay, we have a question.
Yeah, we have a question relating to the sleep product that you just mentioned. So this person is saying sometimes you get a sleeping tablet and you have carryover, so you feel a little lousy and lethargic the next day. Is that going to happen with this?
Not at all. That's a very good question, actually. It would not happen. Simply because what the product does, it doesn't make you sleep enough. Well, okay, let me explain that. In the sense that it does not behave like how sedatives would behave. So it doesn't like, and there are some herbs or some plant-like family that have sedative properties. So like valerian is one, soursop is one. So the thing is, if it is you drink soursop in the day and you cannot drink soursop and go and operate machinery. This product, you can do that because the product is not a sedative. What it does is that it helps with your nerves. So it actually deals with the base aspect or the foundation of what sleep really is, as it relates to the autonomic nervous system, parasympathetic, sympathetic. So as a result of that, it actually facilitates sleep. So it doesn't have that carryover, dizzy. What you may experience, though, is that, let's say you're accustomed sleeping 4 hours, and if your body requires 8 hours sleep, you're going to get that 8 hours sleep. Because, as I said, it's an adaptogen, so it's going to help to correct some of the imbalances in that whole central nervous system sleep aspect of the body. Okay?
All right, so if you have any questions for Dr. Jason Batson, feel free to message us. You can WhatsApp, you can text us at 299-4103.
Yes, one of the questions too as well, as regards to the nerve restore, is it actually has the, again, ability to help you deal with stress. So persons who have anxiety issues, who have issues with hormonal imbalance, you feel as if your heart racing off situation, especially in the night. You have problems with panic attacks. That's also going to help you as well because of what it actually does for the central nervous system. So keep in mind those office clinic telephone numbers. You can give us a call on 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 314-9975. That's 314-9975. And I have to give you the number for Davey. For some reason, I always forget that number, but I'm going to get it for you before I leave. All right, so those numbers again, 222-8261, 314-9975. And keep in mind, we do have road delivery available, so that's a service you could actually call and avail yourself of. Okay. Good. In addition to the aspect associated with sleep, one of the other issues that this product is actually going to help with is the issue associated with energy. Because remember, now that you're actually sleeping better, now that you're actually getting restful, meaningful sleep, it means your body is easily rejuvenated. Remember, the purpose of sleep is really to reactivate or rejuvenate neurotransmitters in the body. That's fundamentally why you need to sleep, which is why people who are sleep deprived are persons, when persons rather are sleep deprived, you're very edgy, you can't operate machinery, your cognitive function is off, everything, because those things have not been replenished, they have not been revitalized. So as a result of that, they're not functioning optimally or effectively and efficiently. And as a result of that, you find that you're not able to concentrate or function properly. Sleep deprivation is one of the worst things that people could have. And the thing is, there was a study that they did some years ago, a Harvard study. And one of the things that they found is that people who lose sleep significantly for a period of time, you actually can cut off anywhere between 7 to 14 years off your lifespan. So you can see, so imagine, God's willing, you're supposed to live 84 and you're dead at 70. Simply because you were not getting sufficient sleep, sufficient rest. Your body wasn't able to recuperate and regenerate itself.
All right, so we have 3 questions for you.
Okay, nice.
Let's stick to the one that's related to sleep. What about persons who oversleep?
Well, if you oversleep, again, oversleeping is a sign of ill health. If you oversleep too much and long enough, you're going to find a situation where you're always going to be tired, you're always going to be lethargic, Your memory going to start to give you a problem. Because again, the sleep is not optimal. The sleep is not the way it's supposed to. And then remember, primarily you have two types of sleep in them. You have REM sleep, which is the acronym for rapid eye movement, and you have non-REM sleep. Now, REM sleep is deep sleep. And usually how the body functions, you alternate REM and non-REM about every 60 to 90 minutes. Right? So you'll go into REM sleep, non-REM sleep, REM sleep, non-REM sleep. And REM sleep is primarily deep sleep. Now, what they have found is that during REM sleep, the body does the most. That's the most amount of rejuvenation, the most amount of repair to the central nervous system, that type of thing. So that's the next thing. You could be sleeping long hours, but your REM sleep is not as it's supposed to. The cycle is not correct. And that in itself could affect the quality of sleep that you get. So it would also help persons who sleep too much as well. Okay?
So there's a product to help regulate sleeping patterns.
Definitely. And it's called the Nerve Restore. Keep in mind, we would have it on special for the month of April. And you could always get the information as regards to the discount, that type of thing with it. It will be available at all the offices. So that's first floor Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. Also the corner of Ramson Wood Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Bebe. Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and Tobago is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago.
Another question for you, Dr. Batson. Should you take CMOS every day?
You can. There is no disadvantage in that. Especially if you have musculoskeletal problems, you have arthritis, you have issues with thyroid, those type of things. It is a nutrient-dense food. So as a result of that, it actually offers a lot of nutrients, even better than some multivitamins, because it's in a more natural state, and hence the reason your body is actually going to assimilate or absorb it better. So yeah, there's no problem with using CMOS on a daily basis.
How healthy is chickpeas or chana?
Very healthy. It's a high protein content. You find in your meals, you always want to have your meals where the protein content of the meals are very high. Even for persons who are diabetic, it's always good when you have meals and you have like a protein by itself, the carbohydrates by itself. You find that your insulin levels tend to be more controlled. Glucose levels also tend to be more controlled. So as a result of that, you're actually able to get proper results in terms, well, a balanced result rather, as it relates to your blood sugar readings, your blood glucose levels, your insulin levels, that type of thing.
What are some of the causes for pain on the left side of the head? This person has been experiencing a pain on the left side of her head for the past month, but she also has cataract in her eyes, and she would like to know that could possibly be a reason.
Well, if you have cataract vision problems, depending on how severe the cataract is, it can contribute to headaches, poor circulation in the brain. If you're getting headaches or pain on one side of the head, that's never a good thing. Those are always early signs of things like TIA, which is transient ischemic attack. Which basically is a mini or minor stroke, which you don't want to have, because it does simply a prelude to a heavier stroke, which of course could be very debilitating, depending on the part of the brain that it affects. So definitely you need to address that. There's a product that we carry called Sincera and one called Eye Optics Formula. Now, we don't have Eye Optics Formula right now. God's willing, we should have in stock back next week, please God. But that eye drop actually helps with cataract, glaucoma, detached retina, any issue associated with eyes. And also, there's the circulation tea, the eye tea, which will help to improve blood circulation to the brain. And we also have that omega, which has astaxanthin in it. And that actually, again, improves blood circulation in the brain as well.
Okay, here's another question. What do you recommend for stomach ulcers?
Stomach ulcer, but they're going to have to do a blood analysis. We're going to have to do a scan and a blood analysis on you. Initially, what you could use the advanced chlorophyll. The silver or the mineral formula will also help. There's a product that we have called Prodigest rather. That's actually going to help as well. And there's a stem cell digestive enzyme that we have. That's also going to help as well. Remember, one of the things we have to do is actually repair the lining of the gut. So that is going to require some work, it's going to require some discipline as regards to the diet, that type of thing as well. But definitely a situation that could be corrected. So you could always call the office, 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 314-9975. That's 314-9975. And I'm going to get the DB number. Shaki, you just get the DB number for me. And I'm going to call that for you in a little while here. Okay?
Okay, so if you have any questions for Dr. Jason Batson, feel free to WhatsApp us during this show. You can text at 299-4103.
Good. One of the questions too as well, someone was asking, with the nerve restore, do you have withdrawal symptoms? And that's actually a good question. No, you don't. You do not. A lot of people, when they use it, you find your sleep is sustained for a period of time, even if it is used, you stop using it. In some cases, you have some persons, what they'll do, they'll take maybe 2 bottles in the initial aspect, and then subsequent to that, from the 3rd bottle, they'll use one every other day, as opposed to using every day, because the body would have, attained a certain amount of balance, and as a result of that, you find that they would be able to get significant results. Okay, so again, those telephone numbers, you can give us a call on 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 314-9975. Let me just go over to our Facebook page here. We have some questions. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Natalie A.C. Samuel, Miss Anne Henry Simon. Good morning to you, Miss Monica Anna Williams, Miss June Jatan, always locked in. One of our clients from Davie office there. Miss Heather Price is asking the question. Good morning, Dr. Batson. What causes pain in the middle of the upper back? Well, it depends on the level of pain. I mean, if on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, your pain is 10, then it could be some early signs of arthritis situation, which again we can deal with. It would require making some necessary adjustments as it relates dietary-wise. So if you have musculoskeletal coffee is not something that you should be donging on every day. You're going to end up in problems. You're just going to exacerbate your situation. Okay, so that's something you need to pay attention to. Products for pain at Batson & Associates, inflammation formula. Big seller, big result product. A lot of persons like that product. It helps with pain and inflammation. So if you have pains in your knees, your back, your waist, that type of thing. The omega with the astaxanthin. The only challenge you have with that is because that is basically shell food. So if it is you have allergies to shell food, shrimp and those type of things, you cannot use it. As well as if you religious persuasion, 7 Days Adventist, well then, because of their belief system, they wouldn't be able to use that. There are alternatives that we could recommend for you. But if you can use that, that product really goes a long way. It works very quickly in terms of reducing and eliminating pain in the body naturally. So it doesn't behave like typical painkillers, which will actually affect one's central nervous system and eventually cause problems where, you actually numb the body so much that you could end up in a situation where you have damaged nerves for the rest of your life. Okay? So that's something that you need to pay close attention to. We have a question?
Yeah, so when will the Nerve Restore be available?
We have it available or not? All the offices have. All the offices should have.
All right, and another question. Pawpaw leaves, does that give you high pressure or low pressure?
It depends. Excuse me. Usually it would help in some level of regulating pressure, but remember what pawpaw leaves are primarily used for is to build platelets. So you usually have people who have very low blood count, or if you get dengue and those type of things, pawpaw leaf is a go-to because what it does, it increases blood platelet levels, right? So in that particular aspect, it's very good. Okay, let me just mention, Ms. Heather Price said, I use inflammation formula from you already, but still have pain. Okay, but did you get any kind of improvement in the pain? Because when you're looking at improvement, you have to look at the duration of the pain and the intensity of the pain. So if it is you used to get pain 10 times a month and it used to last an hour and the intensity was like 10 out of 10, but you can't tell me you use inflammation formula and the pain is the same amount. There would have to be other things that you would have had added there. Did we give you something for your diet where we adjusted certain things? So no coffee, no milk, reduce your sugar intake, because all those things are inflammatory and will actually contribute to more pain. So it's like you go 10 steps forward and you go 50 steps back. You never really go forward. You always, playing catch up. So that's something you need to pay close attention to. You know, just
saying. Questions. Okay, here's a question. What can you recommend to boost metabolism?
Metabolism, that's a good. The greens, advanced chlorophyll that we have, that will help. There's a product that we carry as well that has mangosteen in it. Very good product. I like that product personally. It's in a little sachet. The pack usually has 30 in it. You don't necessarily have to use one a day. I normally tell people use half because it's very strong. So it helps with energy. It helps with especially if you have tasks to do, like you you work very hard, or a day you have to go out in the yard and work. That's always take like everything out of you. So you can actually mix half pack in 8 ounces of water first thing in the morning, and a pack would last you about 2 months. So you really get value for your money. That's one thing. One of the things too as well is the digestive balance, the pro-digestive and or the digestive restore. Anything that improves digestion automatically helps to increase and improve energy, simply because it's actually able to help your body utilize the sustenance and the nutrients from the food more. So your body, you get more bioavailability of the nutrients, and hence you get better results overall. Okay.
What are your thoughts on wheatgrass?
Big advocate of wheatgrass. We usually have in stock. We usually carry in the capsule and the powder. Very good nutrient dense. 1 pound of wheatgrass is equivalent to about 23 pounds of fruits and vegetables in nutritional value. So there's almost no comparison. And we usually carry high levels of the nutrient dense foods. Even in the inflammation formula, it has a lot of that inside of it. So definitely a product that is quite beneficial.
All right, so here is a question for you. Good morning, Dr. Batson. I have a question regarding turmeric. Person who experienced a mild TIA was supposed to be on aspirin daily. Can they safely substitute with a turmeric supplement daily instead?
Well, you need to be careful, because remember, this is doctor's medication that you have been put on, and you have gotten instruction from a medical practitioner. So you need to pay very close attention to that. The thing is, we know, obviously, if you go to some of these doctors and you tell them about anything natural, they scorn, and you're like, if it is, you're talking about the devil. Simply because they have not been taught that. Turmeric is very good as a blood thinner. It is also very good as an anti-inflammatory. What I would suggest is that you use it at least twice for the week with your regime, and you could always seek further advice from us, where I'm actually able to consult properly, where I have all the details, medication, your history, health history, that type of thing. So I'm actually able to help you in a better position, or to be in a better position, to help you. Yeah.
Okay, so you can text us if you have any questions to Dr. Batson on 299-4103. Can you just repeat the office location?
Yes, so those locations, Debe is the corner of Ramsonwood Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. So those of you who on that side there, the number for Debe is 223. That's 223-7515, 223-7515, as well as 341-4813. So that's 341-4813 or 223-7515. That's the number for Debe. And Shogunas is the corner of Ramsonwood Trace and the SS Erie Main Road the first floor, Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. That number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And we are also in Red Edge Mall. Red Edge Mall is Western Main Road, St. James. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. You can call Shogunas to get that information, because I don't want to give too much telephone numbers, but I thought it necessary to call Debe number. That number for Debe again, 223-7515, as well as 341-4813.
Okay, so we have a question for you regarding the Nerve Restore. So you really hit a spot today with
yeah. Good product. Excellent.
This person says, my daughter is experiencing anxiety. She is 9 years old. And usually when she has exams, she gets really nervous. Is this safe for children to use?
It is safe for children. What I would recommend for a child 9 years, I wouldn't recommend the entire capsule. Now that capsule is Is it a 750 milligrams? Is that 750 milligrams or 1,000 milligrams? There are no fillers in that. So this is a very potent product. So what I normally recommend for children is you get the chlorophyll, and there's also a product we carry, which is a resveratrol product. So it's a grape-based flavor, a lot of anthocyanins, those type of things. You normally mix that and open the capsule. The capsule is very easy to open. You open it, you put half inside of there, you mix it, and let them drink it. And for a child the age of 9, she could do that. And by a week, 2 weeks, significant improvement. All right, so that supply would last them anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, another question for you. What would you recommend for inflammation under the knee to ankle area? This is caused by varicose veins.
Well, if you have varicose veins, you have a poor circulation issue. You don't only have an inflammation issue. So it means you need to get things like circulation tea, inflammation formula, the silver or the mineral formula. There's a product that we carry too that's very, very good. It's called Optimizer. An optimizer is a free radical scavenger. So that is a big term to mean when you take that product, what it does, it goes in the body and it actually finds free radicals and destroy them. Now, when you understand anatomy and physiology and aging and sickness and disease and that type of thing, you find, so anyone who is very sick, they would have a lot of free radicals in their body, because free radical damage contributes or creates an environment that is conducive to disease and sickness. So that's one of the things that you need to get. And once you get that, you're going to get some significant results. But keep in mind, the alkaline water is very important. And let me educate you very quickly. The reason why we carry a premium alkaline water is not because we feel to sell water. There are plenty of water in the market. We don't want to sell water. I don't have to go through the trouble of sourcing machinery and equipment to be bottling water for people. But the reason why we do that is because it is pertinent to the results that you need to get. Not all water is created equal. I'm not getting into details with other people's water. I couldn't talk about what I have. But I'm telling you from experience, once you use that alkaline water, the results that you get is going to be optimal or better as opposed to if it is you use the water that you're drinking now. I guarantee you that. So a lot of times we tell you, let the alkaline water, at least for a period of time, maybe 1 month, 2 months, replace your regular drinking water. And if after that you feel good and you want to go back to drink nonsense, well, no problem. That's up to you. But you have to understand, obviously, if you get results, you understand the reason why you get the results. There is a difference. That water has something in it called ORP. ORP is oxidative reduction potential. It means the water is an antioxidant water. The water also does not share the same particle size. Do you know all water has particle sizes or cluster sizes? So one drop so when you get a drop of water, it's not really one drop, it's a cluster of drops. The point is this: the finer the particles and the finer the cluster, the better it is able to absorb and to actually clean the body out. Which is why when you start using that water, you realize you urinate a lot. But that's a good thing because it's actually hydrating the body, getting in the cells, and removing the toxins and waste from the body.
We have 2 more questions for you. One, do you have digestive balance?
I do believe in all offices. I know Shogunas because we had a lot of people in Shogunas. I know it finished in Shogunas yesterday. I believe Davie and St. James should have. But in any case, we'll be getting in by the end of the month. So we will have by that time too. We also have Gastro Tea, which is a very, very good tea. That is a favorite among a lot of people. We also have Puer as well. Those 2 teas, help with gastrointestinal problems, acid reflux, bloating, gas. It will help to improve the digestion as well. Keep in mind those teas, which usually saves a lot and is reasonably priced. So, if it is you're looking at a budget, at least you could use the teas in the meantime until better could be done. The thing is, use something. Don't just stay there and say you're sick and expect to get better. That don't make sense.
Another question. Will spider AIDS disappear on its own by drinking blood circulation tea and exercise?
It should. I've had clients who have gotten significant improvement. There's also a product that we used to carry before called Circulation Plus, which we won't get in for a while as a liquid product, but we'll have it the end of April, God's willing. And that helps with veins, arteries. It also helps with spider veins, varicose veins, those type of things. So that's something you could also look into as well.
All right, one more question as we wrap up this program for today. Can someone on antidepressants use nerve restoring?
That's a very good question. I know. Yeah, you can. I had investigated that thoroughly What I would suggest you do, again, your water intake. So if you're using things like Zoloft and amitriptyline and all them fancy things, I suggest strongly you start off with the Alkagen water and do a consultation, at least, even if it is, we just have to call you or something, because I have to know what it is. If it is, you may be using psychiatric medication. So if you have things like Dogmatil and those other type of medication, especially things like bipolar and that type of thing, then we definitely need to do a consultation, because I need to have proper details where that is concerned. Okay, so let me just say again, those telephone numbers you can get us. DB number is 223-7515. Again, that's 223-7515, as well as 341-4813. 341-4813. You're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. As we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. God bless, and do enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Karen, always a pleasure. Till next week, please, God.
Same here. Thank you very much. You've been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, supporting health naturally. This 30-minute program came your way with the best wishes of Batson and Associates.
Good. So, Facebook family, I was just looking for some. There was a comment that someone commented here where she said that she used the nerve restore. She said she used the stem cell and what was the other one? The optimizer. And she said that she's sleeping so much better. So thank you so very much for that. I'm going to find where it was. So again, keep in mind those telephone numbers. Davey, it's 223-7515, 341-4813. And Shagonas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. So we're going to be wrapping up here. Remember, we are live in a few minutes. We're going to be on Akashvani, which is 106.5 FM, and we'll be there from 12:15. Do we have a 30 minutes or a 45 minutes program today? 30 minutes. So we're going to be there from 12:15 to 12:45. Okay, so you can feel free to join us. We are Batson Associates Limited on Facebook. We are Batson Associates TT on Instagram, and on YouTube we are Batson Associates Trinidad. Remember, like us, share us on Facebook. Good, so that a lot of other persons who have all these issues, can't sleep, hot flashes, all this craziness, we would be able to help them. Let me just answer this question quickly. Ms. Nicola, good morning. What to take for kidney failure? Kidney failure as in the person is on a dialysis machine or the kidney giving problem, high creatinine, high bond. We can help with early signs of kidney problems, stage 3 kidney, stage 4, that type of thing. We could also help with dialysis patients. But the thing is, when you're on dialysis, you are narrowed in a particular way because you're already, your kidney already decided to go on a vacation because you would have replaced almost the kidneys. So, you know, that requires a whole lot of work. But we could improve your sleep. We could generally improve your health and your likelihood of developing other complications as a result of dialysis and as a result of renal failure. So we can give you some aspect of maintenance that can help you significantly. Okay? So again, as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. God bless, and do enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye.